The real one team.
Bring your model to life at mcvproducts.com. All right, the time has finally arrived for me to show everybody how I built the best engine of my model building career, hands down. As you can see, I got all the parts ready for paint. A lot of parts here, but it's going to be worth the effort. This is the engine we building, the Whipple Supercharged Ford 5.0 Coyote V8 by mcvproducts.com. And here's our paint we're going to be testing out, the Kaleido Colorworks, the Metal Color Set, brought to you by Gaahleri. And here are the colors: zirconium black, stainless steel, copper, gunmetal, silver, scorched gold, Tuscan steel, aluminum, champagne gold, titanium alloy, red copper, and flashy gold. The kit also comes with an airbrush thinner and an airbrush cleaner. We're going to see how those work as well. Here's our packaging. It comes with an incredible color chart. Also shows you how to use these paints. And here's the color chart for the other colors they offer. This is an all acrylic lineup. Nice design on the bottle. All you got to do is shake these bottles up well. Nice box as well. Nice storage. You can put it on your desk and use it all the time. Now, I'm also going to be testing out these Vallejo primers that I bought, specifically this black one. Now I'm getting all my pieces primed up. The foam I use for this Vallejo flat black primer is 2 parts flat black primer and 1 part windshield wiper fluid. Work like a charm. And for a paint I pulled out of Hobby Lobby, this Vallejo primer definitely exceeded my expectations. Most definitely. Just look at these results. All the definition still there in the parts. Everything dried tight. Exactly what I was looking for. It definitely did not disappoint. I have a lot of detail in these parts I don't want to miss. Look at that. As you can see, I got my block already done up. Added those heads to it and the flywheel. And here are the Kaleido paints we're going to be using. Titanium alloy, that's going to be for the block. Of course, we got to have aluminum. What about a little Tuscan steel for those headers? Yeah. And we gotta have some zirconium black. I'm gonna be painting my valve covers with this. I've already checked it out. It's got flakes in there. I know it's gonna be amazing. And I'm also testing out the thinner, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. Now, the reason I chose titanium alloy, because the block on these 5.0s is aluminum alloy. As I already said, simple formula, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. And oh, I can't forget about my Vallejo acrylic retarder. That's gonna slow down that drying process. Just 1 drop. Get that mixed up good. That's the consistency I want. And oh yeah, I gotta test my paint. No more wasting paint because I didn't do a simple test. Those days are over. Now since everything worked out with my test run, it's time to paint the block. I'm still going with the 20 PSI and my Black Widow trigger airbrush. It doesn't miss. Went and put on a second coat. And now I'm going to test out that airbrush cleaner. How good does it remove this acrylic paint? And the results are, it moved the paint out expeditiously. Wow, so far so good. These 3 products are amazing. Just take a look at that block and that titanium alloy. Look at the definition in it. Nothing's missed. It looks like a real engine. You can see all the teeth on the flywheel. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, that went so well. We gotta get the rest of this engine painted. Now, when it comes to this round of painting, it's time to bring in the aluminum. With aluminum, I'm gonna take care of the intake, the fuel injectors, the alternator, starter, power steering pump, things like that. It's going to be the exact same formula for all of these paints. 20 PSI, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. And here we go again. Another phenomenal job this paint is doing. I also took care of that transmission in the aluminum. Got some electric fans. I also got from mcvproducts.com. And here are the other engine parts. And for the zirconium black, we're going to be taking care of the valve covers, the Supercharger, and the pulleys. All right, let's see how it performed. Superb. Absolutely superb. Powered by Ford. You can see it. Let's try out this Tuscan steel. This is for our headers. Clean as a whistle. Just look at that. Now you see the job this Kaleido paint does? Incredible job. If you're going to get it, I highly suggest you start with the metal colors. That's what I did. Make sure you save 10% by using code OTG at Gaahleri.com. Now this got some red craft paint. Filling out the words Whipple on the side of the charger. And I add a couple drops of water to my craft paint. Now we got that Power by Ford highlighted in red. Now I'm using the same formula for my blue craft paint. I'm going to be painting that air intake. And this will dry flat blue. Now it's time to go to the trusted Gorilla Super Glue to put this engine together. Let's start with that Supercharger. Now I wish I could put directions up here that I used to put this engine together, but unfortunately it's got a big copyright across the front, but I will put the link in the description box. You can grab it at Coyote 3D. And the directions, of course, is just a diagram of the 3D printed engine. They got the engine all together and the engine blowed out, so you know where each individual part goes. This is where the pulley is going to go. Those different colors really contrast and complement each other. Just add some more detailing with my red craft paint. And right here, you'll see why I chose the zirconium black for those valve covers. And the red letters really bring it out. Again, powered by Ford. I'm absolutely loving the way this engine building is going. Definitely one of my best blocks so far. I can't wait to get to the rest of the engine. There goes our big bad Supercharger. And as you can see, that blue craft paint dried flat. Exactly what I wanted to do. Now I'm breaking out my Gaahleri marker, aluminum. I'm going to add some more detailing to this air intake. It's got a clamp around here that's aluminum, of course. Just more detailing, bringing it home. That was a pretty easy install. I did have to scrape out some of my paint though. Now let's add those headers. You can see the difference in the Tuscan silver and the titanium alloy. Exactly what I wanted. It looks like real metal. It does to me. There goes our alternator. Now we gotta add that water pump. It's trained to go. Now let's add our pulleys. Now it's time to make our fan belt. I just took a piece of masking tape, folded it in half, and painted it black with my marker. I measured the size I wanted compared to the pulleys and cut it out. And I always start with the bottom pulley. Get it glued in. Now as you can see, making your own fan belt is very simple. One thing I like about this engine build and installing this belt, I got my pulleys lined up better than I had it on that Elephant engine. I believe that Elephant engine, that was the first engine that ever made my own belt. And there goes our belt fully installed. Now I'm just touching up the belt with my Sharpie. Let's get that oil pan installed. I'm gonna let that dry. Now I'm installing the transmission. Again, you see the contrast between the aluminum transmission and that titanium alloy engine block. Now it's time for the small intricate parts of this engine. I'm painting up my oil filter right now. And this is the dipstick I'm painting up yellow. And again, both colors dried flat. Exactly what I wanted. Now I got my Gaahleri aluminum pen out again. I put a few drops right here in my water cap. This is the housing unit for the oil filter. All three parts ready for install. I'm also installing a decal from Slicks Decals. That is a Motorcraft decal I'm using. Let's get everything installed. First the oil filter housing unit. Now the oil filter. And here goes the dipstick. Get it situated right. Added some touch-up paint. Now we're almost home with it. It's time for some final detailing with the Gaahleri Flashy Gold marker. Now to get the paint on these tidy billets, I took a toothpick and sharpened it up. Put the flashy gold, just a few drops in a water cap, and that's how I'm able to get this fine detailing done. Look at that. It's really bringing this engine to life. The final touches. Gotta sharpen up again. Back in my gold. Back on the engine. clean, sir. That's clean. Let that dry. Now I know y'all have heard me say this before, but this is one of the best engines I've ever built. Hands down. I love the way the Supercharged 5.0 Coyote engine turned out. And with the Kaleido paints, the metal colors, turned it into a monster.
And before you get out of here, don't forget to grab your copy of Master Builder, creating the ultimate model with every build. Link in the description box.